Hi, and again, welcome to ADMS 293 Internship Summer 2017. In this tutorial video, I'm going to walk you through our course shell and expectations and your requirements for this course. If you haven't already done so, be sure to watch the welcome video. It's just a couple minutes long. When you open up Blackboard in our course shell, you will always be come to our announcements page, if you will. This is where I'm going to post anything that's important to me. Maybe I've graded a report, your research paper, and I'll let you know that grades are done, your papers are done and graded. Or there might be a reminder, hey, there's an assignment coming up, don't forget this is the due date. And if it's really important, I'll also send you an email in addition to posting announcements here. The faculty information tab is the same as it is for all your classes. This is my contact information. It's also letting you know that I am going to have office hours this summer on Tuesdays from 10 until 11 a.m. Because you are working your internship this summer, if this day and time during the week does not work for you and you really need to see me face to face, just shoot me an email and let me know what day and time might work better for you, and we can schedule an appointment to see each other. In regards to the syllabus and schedule, there is a tab here for the syllabus and schedule. I do want to show you on the schedule there are 4 assignments. The first 2 assignments are due June 30th. That's the first periodic report. Then the midterm training plan and evaluation. Those are both due June 30th. First 4 weeks of your internship. The last 8 weeks of your internship, the internship summary report, and then the final training plan and evaluation. Those 2 reports are due July 28th. And I will go through the syllabus in just a second. Let me just finish up this portion really fast. For the assignments, this area is going to contains the information of when your assignments are due, and this is where you're going to upload your assignments. So we've got the first 2 assignments. You see your due dates are due here, and then the final 2 documents are due July 28th. These are links, and I know you're all familiar with just linking in those and then submitting those to me. Next, I want to show you the course documents tab. This area contains information about how to be successful in your internship, as well as your midterm and final evaluation forms are located in there. And I'll show you that in just a second. The Ask Dr. Barnes a Question tab is set up as a discussion board, if you will, so that we can converse this summer. I'll be online Monday through Friday, but it'll be rare that I'll be online this summer during the weekends. So if there is a question and you're not able to find the answer, let's use this to email each other as a group. So you would just click on that Ask Dr. Barnes link and then go ahead and subscribe and then create your thread. And then that way, if I'm not around, perhaps you can answer each other's questions. Again, I'll be online Monday through Friday, occasionally on the weekends, but don't count on the weekends for me to be online. All right, let me go into the course documents tab before I get into the course syllabus. The course document tab is information that you should read, become familiar with, and maybe even print out a copy. These are just tips on how to be successful in your internship. And then how to make the most of your internship. There's just tidbits. Now let me go into the course syllabus. In the course syllabus, you will see that we've got my contact information up at the top. My office hours, again, are Tuesdays, 10 until 11. There are no books that you're going to need. We're just going to be really focusing and honing in on all the skills that you've learned over the last 2 years, and just putting those to good use, if you will. And this is a fun course, actually. This is where you get hands-on experience that I think is probably the most valuable part of your 2-year program here. We can't teach you these skills in the classroom. Be mindful also that during your internship, you are not only representing yourself, but you're representing the program and you're representing CWI. You're there to learn and to use the skills that you've learned in the classroom and now taking those to the real world setting. This is a 3-credit course, so you will be completing 135 contact hours in your internship. So again, the first periodic report and that midterm training plan and evaluation are due June 30th. For your instructions for your first periodic report, when you scroll down in the course syllabus, you will see the instructions. This is attachment A. What do you need to do? What you need to have done is you need to summarize your work hours and your job experiences. It needs to be error-free, turned in on time, and it needs to be in the response and question format. Double-spaced, comprehensive, and thoughtful. Please give me more than a sentence when you are answering these. It needs to be comprehensive and thoughtful. Be mindful of that. So you need a cover page that talks about, has the title of First Periodic Report, your name, the name of your internship site, and the dates of this reporting period. So for example, this should be June 5th through June 30th because that's the due date. You need a timesheet attached with your supervisor's signature. How that looks will be completely up to you. Here I've given you an example, and you can use that if you'd like. Dates, and then the days of the week, how many hours did you work? Your supervisor needs to sign it. So again, in this report, you are going to have a couple of things. You need a cover sheet that includes your name, your internship site name, and the dates of the reporting period. That would be June 5th through June 30th. Then you're going to have a timesheet that verifies your work hours, signed by your supervisor. You can use any format that you would like regarding your timesheet. This is only an example that I've given you. Here are the 6 questions that need to be answered in this report. Again, it needs to be comprehensive, right, and thoughtful. I want more than a sentence. In fact, it needs to be a paragraph or more. I am not going to create a rubric, as you now know how to write. This is your second year of classes. Again, but that's what I'm expecting, more than a paragraph. Please use the question and answer format. Now this goes only for that first periodic report. Summarize your work. Explain any tasks that you're performing and that you feel you could be doing better and why. Relate the most interesting experience that you've had thus far. Compare at least one experience encountered on the job and what you've learned to what you've learned in your classes. Maybe it's something out of the office procedures course, or maybe Terry Harbichek's course for writing. Any of those classes that you've had, whether it's Lindsay's or Jenny's course. Report any helpful instructions that you received feedback, like from your supervisors or even co-workers. And then describe any problems or situations that you've encountered. Again, I want more than a paragraph for each of these. You've got questions on that. This is where you would use that Ask Dr. Barnes a Question tab. In regards to your midterm, this is important. What I need you to do for your midterm, the form is housed in the course documents. You're going to scroll down. You'll see midterm and performance. In the midterm, you are going to bring that up. I need you to take this with you on the first day, during your first week. You're going to fill this out up at the top. Then we have explicit and instructions. You need a minimum of 8 objectives, learning objectives that you want to learn. A minimum. You need to fill those out during your first week. What is it that you want to learn during this 8-week internship? You need to sit down with your supervisor and come up with the 8. Please do not list, I would like to learn how to use the copy machine. Everyone would like to learn how to use the copy machine, right? But that's not going to be something that is used in like the SMART goals. So it needs to be challenging and understandable and measurable and very specific. At the end of your first 4 weeks, which is midterms when this form is due, you will sit down with your supervisor and they are going to rate you on these. Okay, so we came up with these 8 objectives, or 12, minimum of 8. How did you do on these? Then they're going to rate you on a rating system of 4 to 1. 4 being outstanding and 1 still needs improvement. You will sign and they will sign. Then you're going to give it to me and I will sign. It might be, because there's only 3 or 4 of you this summer, that I will actually come out to your internship site and we'll all sign together and go through these. I will let you know over the next week or two. I'll be working with your internship supervisor and we'll come up with a plan, just the 2 of us, and then we'll let you know what we'll be doing. I've done it either way. It just is the preference of the internship site. Again, these need to be filled out your first week that you get there. A minimum of 8, no more than 12 objectives. Then you will be rated during an evaluation with your boss and potentially with me. Again, if you've got questions on this, let me know. When you upload this, and let me show you where it's due underneath of assignments. So you are going to upload this form where it says midterm. It's due June 30th. Then your first periodic report with the instructions in the course syllabus, those will go here. Again, both of those forms are due June 30th. Now you've got 2 forms that are left to do. During week 8, you are going to summarize a report, and here's the instructions. Attachment B, I'm back in the course syllabus, another written report. You're going to summarize and type in an answer question format. Here's your 7 questions that you need to do. Briefly summarize. Now, briefly doesn't mean a sentence. I need a paragraph or more of your responsibilities, a summary of your responsibilities and duties that you performed during this internship. Describe them. Anything new, anything that you improved upon. Identify any noteworthy job-related accomplishments or achievements that you want to tell me about. Identify your strengths and your weaknesses that you discovered about yourself during this internship. Explain how your internship experience affected your attitude towards yourself or others and towards your future career plans. Explain your internship experience how it improved your ability to work with others. Sometimes this one can be a surprise in regards to that. You're learning a lot about yourself, and not just the skills that you've learned over the last 2 years in class, but applying those skills and learning to work and use your soft skills in your job. Number 6, explain how some of these things you've learned about people, work, organizations resulted as a result of your internship. And then finally, what do you consider your best or your strongest features of your internship assignment? Again, these need to be a paragraph or more. I can't stress that enough. Please do not give me a sentence. All right? Then, number 8, I want you to evaluate yourself in all these categories listed above. You know, how was your quality of work? The rating system will be 1 through 4, with 4 being the highest. Your productivity, your job knowledge, your dependability, attendance, were you punctual? Your independence, were you able to work independently, or did you need a lot of supervision? Ability to learn new procedures, your initiative, did you take initiatives? Your human relations, and then your professional attitude. Rate yourself. This summary needs to be double-spaced. You need a cover sheet again. In that cover page, what do you need? Your name, your employee organization, and your supervisor's internship position title, and dates employed. And then don't forget, more than a paragraph, then rate yourself. Then in that final report, and let me go into course documents, and let me show you where that's at. So underneath of your midterm document, there is your final performance. This is basically you and your supervisor sitting down for your final evaluation. You need to fill this top portion out, and then they're going to rate you based on these performance indicators. Were you outstanding, which is number 4, or a 1, still needs improvement? They are rating you. While you're there, they're going to go through these. Then they're going to list what are your strengths. They're also going to list areas needing improvement. They will sign and date it, and you will sign and date it. This is due, we go back to course documents, assignments. This is due along with your last summer report on Friday, July 28th. That's really it in a nutshell. The only other thing in Blackboard that you have are my grades, where you can see my grades listed. There are a few student resources that I listed. It's the typical ones that are in your Blackboard course shells. There is a course evaluation at the end of the summer, so I want you guys to take the time to do a course evaluation for me so that we can approve our courses for the next batch of students coming in, if you will. And that's really it. Again, don't forget to use the Ask Dr. Barnes a question tab if you have one, question that is, and if it's something that you need to schedule an appointment, you can either do it here or you can email me personally. I'm excited for the summer. It's going to go quick. It's only 8 weeks. Good luck, all of you, and I look forward to talking to each of you this summer. Thanks.